Reflections of the Forgotten. For nearly 100 years, Blackthorn Manor sat rotting atop the mist-covered hills of Marrowdale. Locals avoided the land entirely, speaking of ghostly reflections and whispers from the dark that mimicked voices, never spoken aloud. Children dared one another to glimpse through the trees, but none ever approached the gates. Enter Evelyn Ross, a 34-year-old historian and researcher obsessed with folklore and haunted architecture. Her latest obsession, the legend of the mirror room beneath Blackthorn Manor, where the last heir of the Blackthorn family, Alaric Blackthorn, was said to have vanished without a trace in 1923. Determined to investigate, Evelyn journeyed to the manor with a lantern, a weather-beaten journal, and her camera. Thunder rolled overhead as she pushed open the grand iron doors, swallowed by shadows and dust. The air was thick with mildew and the scent of rotting wood. She spent hours exploring, peeling, wallpaper, clawed furniture, and portraits whose eyes seemed to follow. But then, hidden behind a collapsed bookshelf in the east wing, she discovered a small passage. It led to a narrow spiral staircase descending deep into the earth. At the bottom, a perfectly circular room. Its walls were lined with antique mirrors, each in mismatched ornate frames, gold, silver, some cracked, others spotless. The lantern flickered as she stepped inside. Her reflection looked back, but not quite. One smiled just a second too long. Another twitched. A third one blinked, out of rhythm. Evelyn's breath caught in her throat. In the center of the room lay a carved stone inscription. "Speak thy truth and trade thy soul." She studied it, amused by the melodrama. "What is this place?" "A seance chamber," she muttered. Then, louder, half-mocking, "I'm not afraid." The room fell silent. Every mirror darkened except one. Its glass shimmered like black water. Her reflection stepped forward, eyes darker, smile wider. "I am," the reflection said, its voice layered and warped. Evelyn couldn't move. Her limbs froze, her heart pounded in her ears. The mirror glowed, pulling her forward. She tried to scream, to resist, but within seconds she was gone. Inside, the false Evelyn, now free, blinked and stretched, then calmly walked back up the stairs. Evelyn screamed, but no sound came. She could see the room from the inside, distorted and reversed. Beyond the mirror, she watched herself, or whatever wore her face, explore her belongings, speak in her voice, leave the manor. Time passed differently inside. Hours stretched. She saw other mirrors, each containing trapped souls like her. Some had been there for decades, some no longer looked human. The oldest one, a gaunt man in 1920s attire, whispered through the glass, "She fooled me too." Her name was Alaric. Or it was, once. Evelyn realized the heir hadn't vanished. He had been swapped, just like her. The entity in the mirror took lives, wore skins, and moved on. A year passed. The mirror. Evelyn wrote books, spoke on television, became a rising star in paranormal circles. All while real Evelyn remained trapped, unseen. But then a curious teenager named Milo, obsessed with Evelyn's viral content, tracked down the now derelict manor. He found the same passage, the same mirror room, and the same inscription. As he stepped inside, he whispered, "I believe you." And this time a different mirror shimmered. Evelyn's. The entity turned too late. In a flash, real Evelyn surged outward, slamming the entity back into the mirror it came from. She gasped, alive again. Milo, confused but unharmed, backed away. But before Evelyn could warn him, he glanced at the inscription and whispered, "Cool." All the mirrors flared. The door slammed shut,